After high school graduation, my illegitimate sister trended on Twitter and TikTok. Everyone was saying the wealthy Kensington family produced brilliant daughters. The older sister was the state valedictorian and an Ivy League admit, while the younger sister was the top recruit for Juilliard's dance division. Just as that illegitimate daughter tried to use this wave of clout to force her way into our home, I had someone break her legs. It was the night of my college acceptance gala. My father brought his illegitimate daughter to the banquet, where she dropped to both knees. Tearfully she begged my mother to let her into the family. The surrounding guests gasped in shock. Just as the bodyguards stepped forward to drag her away, my mother stopped them with a single glance. I stood to the side, arms crossed, watching the show. I wanted to see what kind of nonsense this illegitimate daughter could spit out. "Oh," she cried, looking like a fragile rain-soaked flower. "I have Kensington blood flowing through my veins. Please have mercy and let me through the doors. I can sing and dance, and I'm not ugly. I won't embarrass the Kensington family." After saying that, she shuffled forward on her knees. Just as she was about to speak again, Liam Sterling, the heir to the Sterling family standing next to me, recognized her. He pointed at the illegitimate daughter, his voice filled with unconcealed surprise. "Aren't you that girl who got top marks in Juilliard's admissions this year? The one who danced that viral swan song piece?" Seeing that someone remembered her, Chloe nodded eagerly. She had hoped Liam would say a few more complimentary words. Instead, Liam clapped his hands and laughed out loud. "My grandma was just saying your dancing had a noble, unyielding spirit to it. I didn't expect you to drop to your knees this fast." Hearing this, snickers erupted from the surrounding crowd. Chloe's face instantly turned pitch black. Seeing her look as if she were about to faint from humiliation, I didn't step in to defend her. Instead, I stood there holding my champagne, smiling as I watched her make a fool of herself. Amidst the surrounding mockery, my father's face darkened. He was the one who brought her. Chloe being mocked meant he was losing face too. He looked around but not a single person stepped forward to smooth things over. After all, my father had squandered his side of the Kensington family's wealth long ago. It was my mother's family who had seized the market trends over the years, propelling us into Manhattan's upper crust elite. Everyone attending my gala was here out of respect for my mother. Father bringing his illegitimate daughter to publicly force my mother's hand was a foolish move. Even for the sake of future business ties, no one was going to speak up for him. I watched coldly from the sidelines until Chloe had been humiliated enough. Only then did I leisurely set down my champagne glass and clap my hands. The bodyguards waiting outside immediately entered the room, dragging the limp Chloe up by one arm. I first smiled and apologized to the surrounding guests. "I am truly sorry. Our security was a bit lax tonight, and you all had to witness a farce." Then, I gave the bodyguards a look. Understanding perfectly, they hauled the struggling Chloe away, marching her straight out the doors, and tossing her out of the Kensington estate. Father watched Chloe being handled with an ashen face, but he was powerless to stop it. He could only smash his glass in anger and storm out of the venue. Meanwhile, my mother, sitting at the head of the room, maintained a look of amiable grace. She smiled warmly as she watched me take out the trash. The gala ended. I changed out of my heavy, intricate evening gown, and slipped into a comfortable silk dress. I loosely pinned up my hair and was led back to the living room by the staff. In the living room my father and mother sat opposite each other. Kneeling on the floor to the side was Chloe, the very girl who had just been thrown out. She was currently wearing a white dress, crying pitifully. Seeing me come downstairs, Mother waved me over to sit beside her. She looked at Chloe kneeling on the floor and said casually, "Do you want to enter the Kensington family that badly?" Chloe nodded eagerly, just about to start begging again. Unexpectedly, Mother agreed immediately. "Of course you can." With that, Mother narrowed her eyes, a smile playing on her lips. "If you're willing, I'll hold a press conference tomorrow, and announce that you are my biological daughter." A flash of shock crossed my father's eyes, and he moved to stop her. But Chloe agreed without hesitation. I'm willing." The moment the words left her mouth, Mother smiled and turned to my father. "But she isn't my biological flesh and blood after all. If you want me to claim her, you must hand over every single cent of the assets your father left for my daughter in his will." The atmosphere in the living room instantly grew tense. Father gritted his teeth, glaring at Mother. Mother just smiled fearlessly and took a sip of her tea. I lowered my eyes, remaining silent. Years ago, knowing my father was incompetent, my grandfather arranged a business marriage between him and my mother, a woman with immense capability, but a slightly weaker family background. And the daughter my mother gave birth to me, inherited her brilliant mind. Grandfather was incredibly pleased. He even considered bypassing my idiot father entirely, and handing the Kensington Corporation directly to me. Unfortunately, before he could do so, he passed away from cancer. Fortunately, he left a will stating that once I turned 18, 20% of Kensington Corp's shares would be transferred to me. Until then, my father was to hold them in a trust. But 3 months had passed since I came of age, and my father acted as if nothing had happened, delaying